You know, over the past 10 years on London Real, I've been lucky enough or privileged to spend time with some of the most astute, or at least financially astute people I've ever met. Some of the most successful entrepreneurs, some of the wealthiest individuals. I'm talking about people that have literally created trillions of dollars in wealth, own billions of dollars of assets, and spend millions as they please. And let me tell you one thing, they have three things that they do financially that are all in common, and I'll hit them with you right now. First of all, they don't own stocks. They don't trust those folks on Wall Street, and I used to be one, and I don't blame them. They don't buy any of the typical stocks that you might see in the S&P 500 or the NASDAQ. Second, they only invest in real assets. So they own companies that cash flow, they own real estate, they own commodities, they might own something like a Bitcoin or Ethereum, but they don't own anything that you can print more of. The last thing they all have in common is they all believe cash is trash. They don't hold assets in cash because they know that that can be printed more of and it's ultimately useless. It's interesting how all of these things are in common by such a diverse group of people. And that's why these are the things that I'm going to be teaching inside my Wealth Academy that starts in a few days. In addition to that, we're going to talk about the mindset of money, because if you are struggling right now to generate wealth, it's probably coming from your mind. You're doing things that repel wealth. You're doing things that sabotage opportunities, and you probably actually stop any wealth coming for you before it actually gets to you. This is common. This is something I did for a long point in my life. And this is actually what we're taught in schools, because we're never actually taught about money. We're never taught how to be wealthy. We're never taught even how to take risks, which is what people do that generate wealth. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to take a small group of people and I'm going to basically deprogram them or get them to recognize all of the wrong things they've been taught consciously, subconsciously, then reprogram their minds to literally attract wealth, to start thinking like the wealthy, to start embracing risk, to be creative, not competitive. And then we're going to show them how to 10x their income, how to slash expenses. I'm going to teach them the different financial instruments they can use, from crypto to early stage investments to all of these things. And then we're going to set up a plan of attack for 23. If that sounds like something you want to do, then click the link below, go to LondonReal.tv/wealth, or go find me on Instagram at @TheRealBrianRose and DM me the word wealth, and I'll reply with some details and find out if this is a right fit for you. Don't do this if you're not willing to put in the work, because this money's not going to drop on your head. But if you really want to change and you're sick and tired of not being able to generate that wealth, if you're sick and tired of trading money for time, then this is for you. Let me just say one thing. I used to work as a banker in the city of London. I was making millions of pounds a year. But guess what? I was actually waiting for a paycheck at the end of the year. I had not created wealth at that point. I was living paycheck to paycheck. Okay, they were bigger than they used to be, but still I was relying on someone else to give me something. I wasn't creating it. This is the fundamental flaw that I'm sure is yours right now, that most of the public stands for. They don't create wealth. They wait for someone to give it to them. And then it's like a drug and they can't function without it. And they live the rest of their life in need of something that other people have to give to them. It's a real flaw, and it's something we address. And it's what we're going to do over the next few weeks and few months. So I look forward to seeing you. DM me on IG, LondonReal.tv/wealth. We'll see you there.